Moving right along into the last segment of today's podcast, and just proving more and more that communism is trying to take over, with the Democrats trying to fight in election integrity, the communist government in Cuba murdering its citizens.
You suck!
Now Russia warning us not to interfere. China telling us that we're invading their airspace by delivering documents to Taiwan, which we're an ally of, which is technically the legitimate ruling body of China. I mean, that's a matter of perspective, though. I mean, they were defeated by the Chinese Communist Party, and tomato. But let's get into this. China says U.S. trespassing in its airspace after documents sent to Taiwan. China warned of serious consequences for trespassing in its airspace on Thursday, hours after the U.S. Air Force delivered diplomatic mail to the de facto U.S. Embassy in Taipei. C-146A, well, de facto, typically used by Air Force Special Operations Command, left Okinawa Canadian Air Base in Japan before landing in Songseng Airport in Taiwan's capital at 9:32 a.m. local time, according to the public's arrival flight tracking data. So people that flew around the area, and China's getting mad because China wants to go in there and exert its communist fury over in Taiwan, because it's the last bit of free Chinese in the world. Wu Qin, the spokesperson for China's defense ministry, said in the online statement that Beijing had expressed serious concern over the stopover, which lasted just over half an hour. Taiwan is part of China's sacred and unalienable territory, Wu said. Any foreign military aircraft that lands on Chinese territory must obtain permission from the government of the People's Republic of China. Any foreign ships or planes trespassing in Chinese airspace will trigger serious consequences, he added. Well, I mean, there was no consequences happening because we did it, and all you're doing is about it.
Winning? No.
Taiwan Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wan On-il told Newsweek that the government would offer no comments and no further explanation about Thursday's brief visit. According to Taiwan's TVBS News, the flight manifest showed no passengers on the plane, which had requested a stop lasting longer than 90 minutes from local authorities. It took off 34 minutes later at 10:06 a.m. Now, I don't know if we can even help. I mean, like we did yesterday, our Navy is ineffective. Our Navy leadership knows it's ineffective. It's teaching people about feelings and color and over combat readiness and ship handling. I mean,
winning? No.
Winning? No. The news report said the aircraft that delivered items intended for the handover at the American Institute in Taiwan, whose outgoing director, Brent Christensen, returned to the U.S. via Taiwan Airport on Thursday morning after 3-year protesting. His successor, Sandra Outkirk, arrived in Taipei on Monday and is in mandatory quarantine. It is the first time diplomatic mail had been delivered to Taiwan by chartered aircraft, Taipei's Apple Daily reported. I wondered, what was so important about those documents that it had to be sent via, military. Presumably referring to the 4 decades since Washington ended formal diplomatic ties with Taipei in 1979. Are we going to re-engage that formal that formal tie? The Chinese government claims the island nation as one of its provinces, despite lacking any practical jurisdiction over Taiwan. I mean, Taiwan has its own government. The people don't give a and they have their own army. They're their own country. That's just how it works. Beijing lodged similar stern protests after sorry, but CCP, you have no control over that land. It's not yours.
Winning? No.
Beijing logged similar stern protests after the delegation of 3 U.S. senators visited Taipei for 3 hours on June 6th. It belongs to the people who live there, and the people who live there, they want to be free. They don't want to be you. They don't want communism. It is what it is. They arrived in the back of the U.S. Air Force C-17 Global Master 3 with the military transport plane making headlines on both sides of the Taiwan Strait. But if the Chinese people really want communism, why can't you be Chinese and communist and leave us the alone? Why the do you have to keep expanding and doing authoritarian fascist fuckery? You want us to stay out of your you need to stay out of our That's how winning is done. On April 14th, China also disapproved of a less formal visit by the 3 retired U.S. officials. The personal delegation set by President Joe Biden affirmed Washington's continued support for Taiwan, including its self-defense. Thursday's statement by the Chinese Defense Ministry, issued about 5 hours after the cargo plane had left Taipei, warned that the U.S. it is playing with fire. The Taiwanese government, it added, was leading wolves into the room using a Chinese idiom that can be interpreted as inviting danger. It's just fucking posturing.
Winning? No.
I'm the bigger man. I'm the bigger man. You know, gorillas do this. Bears stand up and that's all it is. It's just fucking human beings measuring their dicks.
Winning? No. You suck!
My dick is bigger. My dick is bigger. My dick is bigger. My dick is bigger. None of us really want to fight. Or there would be a fight. There would already be a fight. None of us want it. None of us want to get nuked. None of us want to fucking get carpet bombed. We're all living fucking pretty relatively fucking decent, and it's not gonna fucking end anytime soon unless we start fucking murdering each other.
Winning? No.
But human beings can't survive that. We have to fucking work together and move out into fucking space.
That's how winning is done. That's how winning is done.
But I don't know. The fucking MIT had a study where they predicted that society was going to collapse, and we're following that trend for 2040 fucking collapse. So maybe all of fucking society is going to collapse, and we're going to have to restart again like we did after the Dark Ages.
Winning? No.
Are we going to enter another Dark Ages? Is that what's going on? Are you going to? I mean, you're trying to outlaw science. You're trying to outlaw technology. You're trying to fucking manipulate the reality and fucking say all these fucking feelings is true and all this other fucking crap by fucking suppressing history and destroying fucking monuments and.
Winning? No. You suck!
I'm just fucking saying.
You suck!
Communism is taking over the world. What if communism was cause for Dark Ages? What if it's just the same cycle of bullshit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? It's time to jump off this bandwagon and move into a new fucking direction.
That's how winning is done.
Because I'm not giving my freedom up. I don't know about you, but you're gonna have to pry my firearms from my cold dead hands, and you're gonna have to fucking kill me.
That's how winning is done.
You are gonna have to fucking kill me. I'm just fucking saying. But anyways, as always, I'm Doc Camo. This has been my thought of the day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.